And then here we got the really popular ultra rare Clefairy. Clefairy is actually a pretty good defensive Pokemon, honestly. I like it quite a bit. It's really rare, but if you can find one and you want something that's pretty strong defensively, I could somewhat recommend picking one up. The only issue is that it's kind of annoying to attack with in game, though. It doesn't really do all that much damage in game, but you know, if you can deal with that and you want something to stall, then this would be a pretty good choice, though. Clefairy is a very rare Pokemon, and it's actually a pretty good normal type. It's kind of like a weaker version of Chansey if you get it evolved. I prefer to call it Clefable Blissey on a diet. That's just what I call it. But yeah, you can find that here, and it's actually a pretty good Pokemon if you want to have a normal type and you don't have one already. I recommend it probably a lot more than I recommend Gramble or any of the other normal types we run into here. Aside from maybe Snorlax, but yeah. Clefable's a very practical use Pokemon. It's got some very good moves. It's got decent stats around the board. It's pretty good.
The Cleffa. This is a high HP tank that can stand up to just about anything, and with the unique ability of Magic Guard, it's immune to many things that other Pokemon aren't. For instance, it's immune to Stealth Rock, but also immune to damage from poison. Any sort of indirect damage is not a problem. It's also tied for having the highest base happiness of anything that evolves through happiness, so it should be pretty easy to evolve. Though its starting moves might make it baggage for a few levels. If you don't want to bother raising Cleffa, but you still want to raise this family, that's okay. The evolution of Cleffa will be available in the not too distant future, but it is harder to find and harder to catch than its baby counterpart. Clefairy. As you would expect, this is just as simple as if you wanted to raise a Clefairy without raising a Cleffa, you can find it here. It is a little bit less baggagey, but it is harder to find. Lower encounter rate and also harder to catch. Simple as that. Clefairy. So, it's not the sweet little bringer of death in double battles that you might know it for being. It's very versatile, able to perform well in both singles and doubles depending on what moves it's taught, learns tons of good moves for both offense and support, has virtually all of its level up moves available through heart scales right away, and is just in general pretty good because of all that. If you want, Clefable can be found rarely in Rustling Grass, but you're better off just getting it as a Clefairy because Clefable doesn't learn any moves leveling up, and it's not even that much higher level than Clefairy when it's encountered.
Clefairy!
Its held item situation's interesting because it'll come with an item 56% of the time. Half the time it's a Lepavary, 5% it's a Moonstone, 1% it's a Comet Shard. Same goes for Clefable. Oh yeah, these Pokemon are Pokemon and not just items. If it's a Clefable, it learns no level up moves and must have TMs invested, though I kinda doubt you would mind. Clefable has a fantastic move pool largely due to TMs and tutors. Just see what those give it and you will not be disappointed. A move I want to highlight is Heal Bell, one of my favorites again. It's an unusual move. In several regions, it's compatible with 0 Pokemon. Clefable's one of the beautiful ones who can learn this. I've already praised Magic Guard, and it's awesome to take no passive damage. You likely have a Toxic Orb or Flame Orb right now, so you can just copy what Sigilift's been doing. Use Facade and get stabbed because it's still normal type, and be unable to be status because it already has a status. Besides that, it's a lot of powerful special moves on a high HP Marshmallow. Clefairy with Friend Guard, another useless outside of double battles ability, and turns into Unaware after evolving. Magic Guard is one of the greatest abilities out there, and it's on so few Pokemon. Clefairy's got a gift. Don't throw it away.
Clefairy!
A normal type that learns a sea of fantastic moves. Every time you get a special TM, try it out because it's probably a yes. But its stats are marvelous, and its ability is even better. Clefable may have less HP than Wigglytuff, but it has better defenses to balance it out and withstand more. And Magic Guard is a rare, beautiful ability that prevents any damage source other than attacks. Charm is my favorite move from its early stages, coming in handy a lot more than you might expect. Meteor Mash might look cool, but I wouldn't recommend waiting for it because it isn't quite as helpful as it seems. Once you got Charm, go for the Moonstone.